Okay, this will be touching on like different stuff, like generally speaking, like timeless, here. Okay, so only certain people tune in. It is what it is, or whatever. I know people are obligated to this, and that, blah, blah, blah. All right. Okay, so yeah, I had heard something. I don't know from what reader, how long ago, but yes, it was in regards to reference to Aries not recognizing Libra or seeing Libra, and also gaslighting. So Aries gaslighting Libra a lot. Yeah. So I don't know if people need to hear this from me for whatever reasons or whatever. Okay? So basically, in other words, it's like understanding that not to take shit personally. I know, because Aries takes shit personally or has a habit of that. Okay, 111 on the clock. The other thing too is I know there's like thinking the world revolves around you shit. Yeah, it's like, everybody's going through shit. It is what it is. Aries being impatient, all kinds of shit. I've still struggled with that even till presently. What is that too? Like procrastinating too or whatever? Yeah, I little beknownst to me, the sloth was like, I guess, so like all over the place or some shit. Yeah, I know. Everybody be tiring out like the seven deadly sins of some shape or form or another. Yeah, that's what it really be like or whatever. But no, there was something about people not willing to give people their humanity or something. Yeah, so it's like people place themselves where they go or whatever. I don't know. I'll post this up later because I know I'd be posting too much at once, kind of thing, or some shit like that. Yeah, but no, people are putting themselves online because or they start their platforms. Yeah, because I know it's like I get people playing victim at times or whatever, like I get it, but it's like if you are being targeted or picked on or not heard, it can be like a myriad of different things. Like, yeah, that's going to naturally, yeah, it's going to push you to go online. Yeah. Yeah, so like people not giving you your humanity and people not giving you your flowers, some shit like that. But yeah, I know. It's like we still have the Heyoka still has narcissism. Yeah, I read about it on the internet or whatever. The empath or Heyoka or whatever. Yeah, it still has psychopathy and narcissism too. Yeah, so I know that to be like, oh, what is that? Like, oh, I'm just straight up this or that or whatever. But like for depending on whatever side needs to be addressed at the time. Some shit like that. But no, it's like people are not they want to just treat you as, like, for me, for instance, for myself, right? Yeah, they've just been wanting to keep pushing this like infantile shit or something. I don't get it. Yeah, it's like I'm not supposed to be human or something, basically. Yeah, so it's kind of funny when, yeah, you hear someone say, oh, you need to put yourself in their shoes. I'm not going to say there's not truth in that or that I don't need to hear that. But at the same time, like, are people putting themselves in my shoes? No. And the other thing is, too, like, because, like, I haven't had anyone to talk to, which is true. Because, that's why you start to act out or act out, lash out, have like tantrums or mental breakdowns, different things, right? Yeah, it's kind of like stuff they talk about with midlife crisis. Yeah, it's cuz too you start to go in that fight or flight mode because of the trauma that's happened to you. It has to be a traumatic experience, and that's how you get the PTSD shit. But yeah, it's because you're not being heard wherever you're at. Yeah, it's basically like you're by staying around people, you're completely silenced. It's the basically that's what it is. Yeah, so like if I basically the internet are many people's lifeline is correct. That's why people will threaten banning you from the internet. That's why. Yeah, that's what people have been dealing with. It's been normalized. So no, it's like you're not dramatic, you're not infantile, you're not immature at all. It's just that whether it's people in the collective or it's people you're around, they're just not what is it? They're just they're basically just people that are players in the matrix. It's true. Yeah, so people just need to come to terms with being along the lines of either just gonna say an old soul. Yeah, you're just like an old soul or old bloodline or different stuff like that. So yeah, it's normal. Like you're either not around, you're not quite around the right people yet, or like your tribe per se, or some shit like that. Yeah, it's true. But no, I had stopped in regards to the situation I'm in and this maternal figure or whatever. I had stopped trying to establish, I guess, any sort of, I guess, bonding or anything beyond like a superficial level. Yeah, because too, you see how someone is around you or has been kind of stuff or whatever. So yeah, you just and me dumping stuff on this person, I had stopped or whatever. Yeah, because too, I realized like they don't care about that. Yeah. So what do? You just stop. Yeah, and then two, you just end up looking for and gravitating to people that you can really talk to basically, or that will hear you out. But no, it doesn't make you a bad person for being human. It doesn't mean, basically, in other words, what I really need to say is you're not infantile for being just human. It's true. Yeah, and you do start to go insane or mentally insane when, yeah, you can't be yourself around people. Yeah, because you've been so detached from being able to truly be yourself, and or your whole life you hadn't been allowed to just be yourself, let alone too not having quote unquote friends per se. Yeah, like people that have truly have your back, or you get used to having falling outs with friends on and off, all kinds of shit. Yeah, like basically, in other words, like, no, you're not playing victim for just relaying reality of reality. Yes. No, it's like you really have been like that loner. That's why there's a book by Manly P. Hall that I bought. It's called Ways of the Lonely Ones. Yeah, like there's a book by Manly P. Hall that talks about it. Ways of the Lonely Ones. Yeah, because it's true. Yeah. Yeah, so. No, people shouldn't feel bad. And yeah, even to this day, it's like it's like I can't even say necessarily like I per se truly embody like Christ consciousness or some shit. I don't know. Yeah, I know, like, cause you've been like so humbled and shit, and like, it's like I had read like what is that a small book by Friedrich Nietzsche or whatever, and like I never went to school for psychology or whatever, so it's like I'm not even what is it? I'm not like a straight up whiz kid, so to speak, or whatever, or like book smart or anything like that. No offense, like I actually never really cared to be. I know there's other people in collective that openly admit to stuff like that, to that fact, but it's like, I'm in the same boat or whatever, but I still like push myself to read stuff here and there. Yeah. But yeah, I know there's something going on too. I don't know if this has to do with biases or prejudices and favoritism and or racism. Yeah, I know. Something I've noticed going on where there's idol worship. Yeah, and it'll be in particular with melanin communities of people. Yeah, they just worship these idols that are like themselves, basically, or beings that are like themselves, basically. Yeah, it just actually shows that what is that? They're not necessarily a part of the lost tribes of Israel. It is true. Um and two, that they would basically they would never worship, i.e., quote unquote, place yourself where you go or whatever. Yeah, like other idols of other backgrounds or anything like that. But really, I'm not saying that there's like anything wrong with it per se, because like, you understand things still from like a creator standpoint or whatever, and like different beings and stuff. Yeah, but it's like you're like, wow, it's like it's still like blatantly obvious. Yeah, I know, it's just me being real about shit. Oh. Yeah, because it's kind of funny because it's kind of basically like, it's really just they have a problem with you. Yeah, so they rather worship like in some sort of idol or idols or some shit like that. Yeah, it's something like that. Not even to like just be narcissistic about this shit right now. Yeah, I know. But anyway, I don't know. Forever needs to know this random shit that I'm talking about right now for whatever reasons. Have an experience, take what resonates, leave the rest. Holy crikey.